What happens when a bishop condemns a schism, but responds by offering more traditional Latin Masses? That is exactly what is happening in Norway. After the Vatican declared the recent SSPX bishop consecrations a schismatic act, one European bishop took an unexpected approach. Instead of focusing only on warnings, he also extended a hand to Catholics attached to the traditional Latin Mass. The bishop is Bishop Fredrik Hansen of Oslo. Following the Society of St. Pius X consecration of 4 new bishops without papal approval, Hansen issued a public letter addressing the situation. He did not minimize what had happened. In fact, he spoke very clearly. According to Bishop Hansen, the 4 newly consecrated bishops, together with the 2 bishops who performed the consecrations, removed themselves from communion with the Church and from unity with the Pope. Because the consecrations took place without a papal mandate, he said they incurred the Church's most serious penalty, automatic or lati sententiae excommunication. But Hansen also recognized that many Catholics were hurting, especially those who love the traditional Latin Mass and have attended SSPX chapels over the years. He addressed them directly. He acknowledged that these are difficult and distressing days. He understood that many faithful Catholics may feel confused or uncertain after the recent events. His first message was simple: remain united with the Church. Remain united with the Holy Father. Remain united with your bishop. But Hansen did not stop there. He also made a practical offer. He reminded Catholics that Mass according to the 1962 Missal is already celebrated every Sunday at St. Joseph Church in Oslo. And then he made a significant announcement. If there is a genuine need, and if it would benefit the Church and the salvation of souls, he said he is willing to expand access to the traditional Latin Mass within the Diocese of Oslo. That makes Norway one of the first places in Europe where a bishop has responded to the SSPX crisis by both defending church unity and signaling greater support for the traditional liturgy inside the Church. Hansen also encouraged Catholics to pray the Rosary for the unity of the Church. At the same time, he urged the faithful not to participate in masses or activities organized by the SSPX. Meanwhile, a similar response came from neighboring Denmark. Bishop Kozon of Copenhagen also reacted strongly to the SSPX consecrations. Speaking to CNA Deutsch, he described the events as tragic and completely unnecessary. For Bishop Kozon, the issue goes far beyond the Latin Mass itself. He noted that many people involved had previously spoken about obedience, church unity, and respect for the magisterium. Yet now, they had carried out an act that he described as clear disobedience and harmful to the unity of the Church. Still, Kozon also defended the place of the traditional Latin Mass within Catholic life. He recently celebrated a pontifical Mass using the traditional rite himself, and he said the older form of the Mass should continue to exist as long as there are faithful Catholics who love it and feel spiritually connected to it. He also offered an important reminder. The old Mass and the new Mass should not be treated as rivals. There should be no competition between them. Instead, he encouraged a pastoral approach that welcomes Catholics attached to the traditional liturgy while also recognizing the post-conciliar Mass as the ordinary form of worship in the Church. As the fallout from the SSPX consecrations continues across the Catholic world, bishops in Scandinavia are sending a clear message. Stay united with Rome. Remain faithful to the Church. And for those who love the traditional Latin Mass, there's still a place for you within that unity.